From seemingly impossible victories to displays of unmatched brilliance, let's take a look at some of the most impossible moments in sports. But before we get started, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and you'll never miss another upload. Let's get to it. There are few sports in the world that are as stunning to watch as those set in snow. Whether it's sledding, skiing, or snowboarding, they make for some of the most entertaining content to watch. This epic high five between the Swiss duo André Rigetli and Fabien Bosch at the Audi 9s is some pretty solid proof of that. The event has come to be known as one of the world's premier showcases of progressive free skiing and next-level course building, and seeing the massive trick Rigetli and Bosch just pulled, it's no surprise. It's always important to pay attention while watching sports, especially if you're watching it live. That's true in general, but this guy paid more attention than you'd expect. A fan in the audience of the Giants-Nationals matchup in DC caught a bat that slipped out of Jake Peavy's hands. Peavy's enthusiastic swing caused the bat to fly and make its way into the stands, and this guy sees the perfect opportunity. He leapt into action and snatched the bat right out of the air, saving his date sitting next to him and earning a well-deserved hero's kiss on the cheek. Because catching a ball is too overrated, right? Memorable moments in sports don't always mean grand heroic gestures. Sometimes a silly and funny moment is just as unforgettable for the players. Here is a hilarious scene from the Asian 2018 World Cup qualifiers between South Korea and Syria that left fans grinning yet confused. South Korea's Koo Ja-cheol and Syria's Ala Al-Shabili were caught struggling on the ground while the game was in play. Upon closer look, it was seen that both the players had somehow gotten their shoelaces entangled. It's unclear exactly how that happened, but it sent both the players toppling to the ground, trying to get the referee's attention. That's probably the last time you'll ever see something like this in soccer. Everyone respects famous actors for staying in character even when things don't go to plan, and this American baseball player by the name of Evan Longoria did just that. During this post-game press interview, Longoria made a spectacular yet impossible catch even when he wasn't supposed to. He managed to save the reporter from having her head knocked off. To this day, I still don't know how he pulled that off. If goals could be called beautiful, this would be it. Here, Dylan Pritchett Etner scored one of the most breathtaking goals in history, which later came to be known as the Matrix front flip goal. Dylan, who plays for the Columbine Rebels, showed the skills of an Olympic gymnast, flipping over the onrushing goalkeeper and scoring this incredible goal against the Thunder Ridge Grizzlies. But thumbs down to the officials for ruling the goal out for being offside. You'd think Dylan would be showered with praise, or maybe even the FIFA Puskas Award nomination, but the goal didn't even end up counting. Oh well, fans still mark it down as one of the greatest goals there ever was. NASCAR racing and bowling are two incredible sports on their own, but when professional racer Eric Almirola and top bowler Jason Belmonte teamed up together, they achieved this beautiful moment, also known as the world's fastest bowling strike. There's a reason why LeBron James is well known internationally, even among people who don't follow the NBA. And this shot right here is one of the reasons why. James pulled an incredible behind-the-back move between Tristan Thompson's legs and then finished it off with a hesitant yet clean layup. It was as if Tristan or even the other players didn't exist on the court. It was all James's domain. This 21-year-old UCLA gymnast is clearly used to performing under pressure. She took the internet by storm when a video of her Perfect 10 floor routine went viral. The clip of Caitlin perfectly executing jaw-dropping flips and sassy dance moves has been viewed more than 139 million times, making headlines around the world. In Caitlin's world, it's as if gravity doesn't exist. Even though she's used to the pressure, the attention she got as a result of this performance felt different, according to Caitlin. This unusual moment happened during a soccer match in Argentina. A sure-shot goal was miraculously saved by a dog? The incident, which took place during the third division match between the two teams, was captured on camera, even leaving the referees confused. And it's no surprise the clip went viral in no time. People couldn't stop watching the hilarious video. But sadly for the red team, even though the puppy managed to save that particular goal, it didn't help the team in winning the game. This is a serious contender for quite possibly the best goal you'll ever see. The game happened back in November 2012 and was a friendly between Sweden and England. Joe Hart headed a ball up into the air, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was already on a hat trick, launched the ball from a ridiculous 30-yard overhead bicycle kick from outside the box. The goal left the fans deeply impressed, with praises for Zlatan all over the internet. Here we have another undoubted contender for Shot of the Year. Gael Monfils won his second-round match at the Madrid Open, and shortly after winning, the internet praised him for hitting quite possibly the best shot you'll ever see. This 32-year-old is known for his ability to switch quickly from a defensive position to offensive, often being dubbed as a human highlight reel because of his extraordinary trick shots, and this clip proves exactly why. Chappelle is a man who makes a sport like golf seem easy yet exciting. In the opening round of the 2016 Dean and DeLuca Invitational, he struck the perfect shot from 158 yards out and swished it right into the hole. It's possible that Kevin had been watching a lot of NBA playoffs, or maybe he just made a great shot and got very lucky. Either way, this was a beauty to watch. You don't see shots like this every day where the ball sails through the air and dunks straight into the hole, which was Chappell's 11th of the year. Chris Coghlan made one of the most skillful dives ever when he jumped over St. Louis All-Star catcher Yadier Molina to get to home base. The pitcher Marcus Stroman came across with the go-ahead run. Coghlan called it instinct, but we believe it was more like a leap of faith. This is a moment in sports history that left fans shocked for ages. It's a true miracle that the Top Fuel drag bike rider Filipos Papafilippou came out unharmed after colliding at almost 200 miles per hour with his fellow competitor Steve Woollett. Filipos flung off his bike and onto the wheelie bar of Woollett. Usually falling off at that speed could lead to serious and even fatal injuries, but amazingly, Woollett carried Filipos all the way to the finish line until both of them were able to walk away unharmed from what could have been a horrific crash. Whether Woollett intended to fall onto Filipos is up for debate, but it's certain that it made for quite a remarkable moment for fans to witness. Here's an iconic moment by Mitchie Brusco, a 20-year-old American skateboarder who made history in the X Games. He successfully landed the first 1260 on the mega ramp during the men's Big Air competition back in 2019. Brusco had also previously landed a 900 on a normal vertical ramp, making 3.5 rotations before landing cleanly, earning a score of 89.66. Sadly for Brusco, though, despite making history, he had to settle for silver. But still, needless to say, fans would never forget the first 1260 in X Games skateboard history.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This match between Salisbury City FC and Chester City FC at Raymond McInhill Stadium had an unexpected guest. It was a non-league football match that was stopped shortly before the final whistle as this male skydiver landed, shocking the audience. Apparently, the man had been taking part in a charity skydive when he made an emergency landing due to low visibility. Luckily for the man, he was safely escorted from the ground carrying his parachute. He was later interviewed briefly by the police before leaving without a single charge. Now that's how you get a good view of the game.